Wow, what an amazing group we have here today. I can just feel the energy and excitement in this room. You know, I always get so pumped up when I get to share my message with people who are hungry for personal growth and ready to take their lives to the next level. And that's exactly what I see in all of your faces. A burning desire to be more, to do more, to achieve more. Well, my friends, you're in for a real treat today because I'm going to share with you a simple yet profoundly powerful principle that has the ability to absolutely transform your life. It's a principle that the most successful people in the world have embraced, and one that I can personally attest has made all the difference in my own journey to reaching my full potential. The principle I'm talking about is this: find a way, not an excuse. Now, I know that might sound simple, maybe even obvious, but let me tell you, the ability to find a way to refuse to be deterred by obstacles and challenges is what separates the high achievers from the also-rans in this world. It's the difference between those who create the lives of their dreams and those who simply settle for whatever life hands them. You see, everyone faces challenges. Everyone experiences setbacks and disappointments. That's just a part of life. But what separates the winners from the losers, the thrivers from the survivors, is how they respond to those obstacles. Do they let them become excuses that hold them back? Or do they view them as opportunities to tap into their limitless potential and find a way to overcome? I'm telling you, my friends, the power that lies within that simple shift in mindset is absolutely incredible. When you make the decision to find a way no matter what, you unlock a wellspring of creativity, determination, and resilience that propels you forward in ways you never thought possible. Just think about it for a moment. How many times in your life have you said, I can't do that because, or it's impossible because, or I would, but we all do it. It's a natural human tendency to look for reasons why we can't do something rather than focusing on how we can. But what if, instead of making excuses, you made a commitment to finding a way? What if every time you encountered a challenge or a barrier, your immediate response was, okay, how can I make this work? Or what's the solution here? Or what's the next step I can take? Can you imagine the transformation that would take place in your life? The dreams you'd be able to pursue, the goals you'd be able to achieve, the heights you'd be able to reach. It's truly mind-boggling to think about. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. But Jim, it's not always that simple. Sometimes the obstacles we face are just too big, too overwhelming. How can we possibly find a way around them? And to that I say, my friends, that's exactly when the principle of find a way, not an excuse, becomes the most powerful. Because when the challenges seem insurmountable, when the odds are stacked against you, that's when your ability to tap into that unshakable determination, that relentless creativity becomes the difference between success and failure. I remember when I first started out in my career, I was faced with so many obstacles and setbacks that it would have been easy to just give up. The economic climate was tough, the competition was fierce, and it seemed like every time I took a step forward, I was hit with another roadblock. But you know what I did? I refused to make excuses. I refused to let those challenges become the reason why I couldn't achieve my dreams. Instead, I got to work. I started asking myself, okay, what's the solution here? How can I turn this challenge into an opportunity? And let me tell you, the ideas and strategies that started to flow were nothing short of remarkable. I found ways to overcome obstacles that I never would imagine possible. I discovered hidden resources and untapped potential that I didn't even know I had. And you know what happened as a result? My business started to grow, my income started to soar, and I began to experience a level of success that I had only ever dreamed of. All because I made the decision to find a way, not make an excuse. Now, I know that not all of you may be facing the same kind of professional challenges that I did. Maybe your obstacles are more personal in nature. Maybe it's a health issue or a relationship struggle or a financial burden that's holding you back. But the principles are the same, my friends. The power of finding a way rather than making an excuse transcends the specific challenges you may be facing. Because at the end of the day, it's not the obstacle itself that determines your success or failure. It's how you choose to respond to it. And when you make the commitment to find a way, no matter what, you tap into a wellspring of creativity, determination, and resilience that can carry you through even the toughest of times. Just imagine, for a moment, what your life would look like if you applied this principle to every area of your life. What if, instead of letting your health issues become an excuse for not pursuing your fitness goals, you found a way to overcome them? What if, instead of letting your financial struggles become a reason for not chasing your dreams, you got scrappy and found creative solutions to generate the resources you need? The possibilities are truly endless, my friends. When you make the decision to find a way, not an excuse, you open yourself up to a world of opportunity that most people never even get to experience. And let me tell you, the feeling of accomplishment, the sense of pride and fulfillment that comes from overcoming those seemingly insurmountable obstacles is unlike anything else. It's a feeling of empowerment, of self-mastery that just can't be replicated any other way. I remember when I first started to really embrace this principle in my own life, it was like a switch had been flipped. Suddenly, I was seeing challenges not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones to my success. Obstacles that would have previously sent me into a spiral of frustration and self-doubt became exciting puzzles to solve, opportunities to tap into my creativity and resourcefulness. And let me tell you, the results were nothing short of transformative. Doors started to open that I never even knew existed. Opportunities started to present themselves that I couldn't have even imagined. And the sense of empowerment, the feeling being in the driver's seat of my own life, was absolutely intoxicating. But you know what the best part was? It wasn't just about the external successes and achievements. It was the internal transformation that took place. The way that this mindset of find a way, not an excuse, started to permeate every aspect of my life. Suddenly, I wasn't just finding ways to overcome professional challenges. I was finding ways to be a better partner, a better parent, a better friend. I was finding ways to take better care of my health, to nurture my personal growth, to contribute more to my community. It was like this principle had become a guiding light, a North Star that was steering me towards a higher level of fulfillment and purpose. And let me tell you, my friends, that's the kind of transformation that I want for each and every one of you. Because when you make the decision to find a way, not an excuse, the ripple effects can be truly astounding. It's not just about achieving your goals and reaching your dreams. It's about becoming the best version of yourself and using that empowerment to make a positive impact on the world around you. Just imagine what the world would be like if more people embraced this mindset. Imagine how much more progress we could make, how much more good we could do if we all approached the challenges we face with an unwavering determination to find a solution rather than making excuses. It's a powerful thought, isn't it? And you know what? It's not just a pipe dream. It's a reality that's within our grasp if we're willing to do the work, to make the commitment to find a way no matter what. The only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is your own willingness to make it happen. The obstacles, the challenges, the setbacks, they're all just illusions, smoke screens that we've been conditioned to see as insurmountable barriers. But when you tap into the power of finding a way, you realize that those obstacles are nothing more than opportunities in disguise. Think about it. Every single one of the great achievements, the remarkable accomplishments that have transformed our world, have come from people who refused to accept the status quo. People who looked at the challenges in front of them and said, I don't care what anyone else says. I'm going to find a way to make this work. Take Thomas Edison, for example. When he was first working on the light bulb, he faced countless challenges and setbacks. Hundreds of experiments failed, and naysayers were quick to tell him that it couldn't be done. But did Edison make excuses? Did he give up and accept defeat? Absolutely not. Instead, he doubled down on his determination. He found a way to keep pushing forward, to keep experimenting and trying new approaches. And you know what happened? He eventually succeeded in creating the first practical incandescent light bulb, a revolutionary invention that quite literally transformed the world. Or how about Amelia Earhart, the pioneering aviator who became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean? When she set out to achieve that incredible feat, the odds were stacked against her. She faced immense skepticism and doubt. Not to mention the very real physical challenges of flying such a long distance in those early days of aviation. But Earhart refused to be deterred. She found a way to overcome every obstacle in her path. She trained relentlessly. She pushed the limits of what was thought possible. And she ultimately achieved a milestone that paved the way for generations of female pilots. And let's not forget about the civil rights movement, led by extraordinary individuals like Martin Luther King Jr. and Rosa Parks. When they set out to challenge the entrenched systems of racism and inequality, the challenges they faced were daunting, to say the least. They were up against deeply ingrained social and political structures that seemed almost impenetrable. But those brave men and women refused to make excuses. They found a way to keep fighting, to keep pushing forward, no matter how steep the odds. And through their unwavering determination and refusal to be deterred, they were able to achieve monumental change that has reverberated through the ages. My friends, these are just a few examples, but the list goes on and on. Throughout history, it's been the people who have embraced the find a way, not an excuse mindset, who have gone on to achieve the most remarkable feats, who have left an indelible mark on the... And you know what? That same power, that same potential lies within each and every one of you. You have the capacity to be a world changer, a trailblazer, a true visionary who transforms not just your own life, but the lives of those around you. All you have to do is make the decision to find a way no matter what, to refuse to let the obstacles and challenges in your path become excuses that hold you back, to tap into that well of creativity, determination, and resilience that's just waiting to be unleashed. Because let me tell you, my friends, when you make that commitment, when you truly embrace this principle of find a way, not an excuse, the results can be nothing short of extraordinary. Suddenly, those problems that once seemed insurmountable start to shrink in size and significance. The barriers that once held you back start to crumble, one by one, as you discover ingenious new ways to overcome them. And the dreams and aspirations that you once thought were out of reach start to become tangible, attainable realities. It's like the entire universe starts to conspire in your favor, aligning itself to support your journey towards success. Doors start to open, opportunities start to present themselves, and the path forward becomes clearer and more accessible with every step you take. But here's the thing, it's not going to be easy. There will be times when the challenges feel overwhelming, when the temptation to make excuses becomes strong. There will be moments when you'll be tempted to throw in the towel, to settle for less than what you truly deserve. And that, my friends, is when the true test of your commitment to this principle will come into play. Because in those moments when the going gets tough, that's when you have to dig deep. That's when you have to double down on your determination to find a way. It's in those times of adversity, when the obstacles seem insurmountable, that your ability to tap into your limitless potential becomes the difference between success and failure. It's in those crucible moments that you have the opportunity to prove to yourself and to the world just how powerful and unstoppable you can be. Because let me tell you, the people who achieve the greatest things in this world, the ones who leave an indelible mark on the course of history, they're not the ones who crumble in the face of adversity. They're the ones who refuse to make excuses, who find a way to overcome every challenge that stands in their path. They're the ones who look at a problem and don't see a dead end, but rather a puzzle to be solved, an opportunity to showcase their creativity and resourcefulness. They're the ones who have that unshakable conviction, that unwavering belief in themselves, that allows them to weather any storm and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more determined than ever before. And my friends, that is the kind of mindset that I want each and every one of you to cultivate. Because when you make the decision to find a way, not an excuse, when you commit to that principle with every fiber of your being, the possibilities that open up before you are truly limitless. Just imagine what you could achieve if you approached every challenge, every obstacle, with that same unwavering determination. Imagine the dreams you could pursue, the goals you could accomplish, the lives you could transform. It's enough to take your breath away, isn't it? Because when you find a way, not an excuse, my friends, you unlock a superpower that transcends the physical, the emotional, and the mental. You tap into a wellspring of creativity, resourcefulness, and resilience that allows you to achieve things that most people can only dream of. And let me tell you, the feeling of accomplishment, the sense of empowerment and fulfillment that comes from overcoming those seemingly insurmountable obstacles is truly unparalleled. It's a high that no drug, no temporary thrill can ever hope to replicate. Because when you find a way, not an excuse, you're not just achieving a specific goal or reaching a particular milestone. You're transforming the very core of who you are, becoming a more capable, more resilient, more intentional version of yourself. You're shattering the limitations that you once accepted as immutable truths and proving to yourself and to the world that there is no challenge too great, no obstacle too daunting for you to overcome. And my friends, when you start to live your life in that way, when you make the commitment to find a way, not an excuse, the ripple effects can be truly astonishing. It's not just about the personal triumphs and achievements. It's about the positive impact you can have on the lives of those around you. It's because when you become a living, breathing example of what's possible, when you refuse to be deterred, when you demonstrate the transformative power of that find-a-way mindset, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of hope, a shining example of what can be accomplished when you refuse to make excuses and instead choose to forge your own path. And let me tell you, the world needs more people like that. The world needs more individuals who are willing to step up, to take responsibility for their own lives, and to use their God-given talents and abilities to make a real, tangible difference. Because when we all embrace that mindset, when we all make the decision to find a way, not an excuse, the impact we can have, both individually and collectively, is truly incalculable. We can tackle the biggest, most complex challenges facing our society. We can drive groundbreaking innovations that transform the human experience. We can inspire and empower generations to come, leaving an indelible mark on the course of history. But it all starts with you, my friends. It starts with your willingness to step up, to take ownership of your life, and to refuse to be deterred by the obstacles and challenges that come your way. Because when you make that commitment, when you truly internalize the principle of find a way, not an excuse, the sky is the limit. So I ask you today, what is the dream that you've been putting off? The goal that you've been telling yourself is just out of reach. What is the challenge that you've been making excuses for? The problem that you've been avoiding because it seems too difficult to solve? I challenge you to take a long, hard look at that and then make the decision right here and now to find a way. To refuse to be deterred, to tap into the limitless well of creativity and resourcefulness that lies within you. Because, my friends, I can promise you this. When you make that choice, when you embrace that mindset of find a way, not an excuse, the results will astound you, and the doors that will open, the opportunities that will present themselves, the sense of empowerment and fulfillment that you'll experience. It's all waiting for you just on the other side of that decision.